This is absolutely terrifying. Look, I was the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate from Alaska a few years back. I've talked to the policymakers in this country. I've talked to the people that are passing the laws that affect you most. And these are the same people that are right now thinking about, contemplating, already doing some things in the law to create what's called required digital ID across the nation. Now, if you're excited about losing all freedom, all liberty, then this is for you because that's exactly what's going to happen. We already have a government that can track you in just infinite ways. I mean, almost all transactions are now digital. Every time that you use your bank account, your Apple Pay, your Google Pay, your credit card, any other way that there's a digital transaction is tracked. And guess what? Big Brother has that information. The federal government has it. And now they want even more control. I mean, I was in China a few years back. It's extraordinary the control that they had back then, even with less technology than we have now. They scanned driver's licenses. They scanned license plates. They kept people from going from point A to point B. The power that is now in the hands of our federal government exceeds that by 100 times. AI is even worse because now it allows the government to crank all this information together and find out everything about you. Predictive technology is in place, but now they want digital ID and they are getting ready to make it mandatory. I don't know when, but it's coming. Already, there are 17 states that allow digital ID. There are over 250 TSA checkpoints that allow digital ID. And, you know, they build this out as something for convenience. Hey, it's convenient because you don't have to carry around a credit card. You just have to whip out your phone, something that you've always got with you. Of course, something the government is already tracking. But the real question is why? Why is the government doing it? Is it really all about security? You know, people taking money when they shouldn't out of your account because they're saying they're you when they really aren't? Or, you know, is it about terrorism? You know, we got to make sure that we don't let those bad terrorists come into the country, you know, despite the fact that we've let millions come across the border up until Trump, of course, this term, and we haven't tracked them at all. And of course, who knows how many are still here? Millions, tens of millions. Who knows whether or not they're all well-intentioned? Of course not. And so the key is that that's just an excuse. That really is just an excuse. It's not a security thing. It's certainly not a fabrication issue. I mean, the new Real ID that they built out just several years ago as being the answer to counterfeit licenses and documents, they said, hey, nobody can copy this stuff. That was part of the standards that the feds imposed on the states is you got to create something that can be easily replicated. But now we're going to have a digital ID, which is just electronic on a chip and, you know, whoever has access to the database can do whatever they want with it. Counterfeit, make people think you're somewhere that you aren't. Who knows? And with AI, it's horrible. So what do we need to do to stop this stuff? Well, we need to speak out. I mean, I've heard from my contacts that the Trump administration doesn't even think this is a big deal. I mean, there's not any effort right now to put a stop to it. I would suggest that we each contact our congresspeople. We let them know we want this stopped. We do not want it required. If somebody wants to option it, that's fine. But there needs to be a lie out there that says you and I don't have to have digital ID. You know, we don't have to have it to go to the bank and withdraw money or deposit money. We don't have it, or we don't have to have it to go buy, trade, sell. Probably heard that, right? I mean, this is leading us down the pathway into something that is terrifying. That if we don't have that digital ID, we aren't going to be able to transact in our economy. And that is not American. And that certainly is the opposite of restoring liberty.